What up, y'all? Peace. So today, I wanted to talk about the narcissist and that there's a chance they might come for the Christmas Hoover. So beware. I wanted to go over this. All right, because you were at the center of the fuel matrix and you left them. They don't like that. They need you, and this is the time of year that you may see them come back, because you know what you did mainly for them? You soothed and comforted them. And there's not many people that could do that for a narcissist. The narcissist usually gets with flings. They get with people from, dating websites and have one night stands and threesomes and all kind of craziness. And they're just pretty much, unbeknownst to them, being treated like trash. And so, but they like the trashy world. So, we're going to let them do that this year. We're going to let them be that, because in the past we have taken them out of the trash bin, and we wiped them off, and we showered them up, and we cleaned them up and got them dressed in something nice, and we treated them with respect, but they can't handle that because they like being treated disrespectful, and they like hanging out with street trash. So this year, guys, hey, praise God, we're gonna let them do that. We're gonna give them their wish, because we're done, but we're propelling ourselves forward into our future, and we're gonna be we're grinding so that we can shine later, okay? We grind now so we can shine later. But this is the narcissist, man. They don't treat you right. And you're a golden gem. You're a jewel. How they think that they should be treated as far as a king or a queen is really how they should treat you. If they would have treated you that way, and they had the ability to process and not to fling their crap all over the place and to act right, they would have had a wonderful life. Okay? But the thing is you're grinding now, and maybe you ain't shining so bright right now. Maybe you are. But if you aren't, then you're going to grind now and you're going to dig in. I had to. I still do. I give it my all every day, and you got to give it your all every day. And whatever tunnel or whatever ditch they threw you in, you're going to be able to climb out, and you're going to be able to wipe yourself off. And it may take a while, but you're going to be able to do it. And you got to walk by faith and not by sight, okay? But this is what we're doing. And as long as you progressively think goodness in your heart, and you look every day, you live moment to moment, day by day, and you make right decisions, healthy choices, right? Then you're going to grow in every area of your life. And that's how God made this world, and let them be, because letting them be is to let them continually fall and fail, because you're the only one that lifted them up. In a lot of ways, I mean, you saved their lives when you were with them, and they took advantage of that. They broke you down to pieces, and then they took you out and they put you in a trash bag, and they threw you in the dumpster or the garbage bin for you to be picked up with the rest of the trash, the rest of the household trash, and the trash truck came and got you. Okay, and they took you off, and you were broken, you were destroyed, you were distraught. You gave somebody your everything, and they treated you like that. They broke you down to a morsel of bread, it says in Proverbs, and they treated you like that, and devalued you like that, and made you feel just devastated, when they were supposed to love an individual that loves them back. They targeted you. They were a predator, and then they became a parasite after they got you, okay? And they drained you of all of your life force, your blood, your talents. You did everything for them. You were their whole world, but they didn't know that. You were the center of their fuel matrix. Then they got used to you. They broke you down to a point to where now it's like, hey, I'm used to this person. I got them hooked, this person, Now I can go out and get some more because I'm bored. Because they have no contentment. They have no long suffering. They have no love in their hearts. They have no joy, happiness. The joy of the Lord is my strength. Okay? And they don't have joy. And God is love. And they have no love. So there's only one individual. There's only one entity left. Satan. They have aligned themselves with Satan. And they have found that you have the goodness of God in your heart, and you have that light, and you have it pumping in your heart, baby. It is shining, man. It's just that aura coming off you, man, that glow. Woo! But you know what? They took you, and see, they can't have it. They can't get it because of the agreements that they went into, the things that they did. It seared their hearts. It seared their minds. They almost can't even fathom what you have. So they're drawn to you. But then when they get you, all they could do is break you. Because you're just, you know what? You're like this expensive, piece that needs to be admired and treated right, okay, and loved right, and they don't know how to do that. They're empty of any of that. In fact, they do better when somebody treats them crappy, because that's all they know is evil, and that's all they have in their hearts. So when you see the narcissist with their new supply, and they're looking great in their pictures, like they're living awesome and they're so happy they're on top of the world, just know that it's fake, okay? That they manipulated it, because they're master manipulators. There's nothing that they can do without a lie, a fake, or a cheat, okay? They're actors and actresses. So they're master manipulators of everything in the world, and they're backwards from humanity. The narcissist thinks they can replace you. They thought they could, The narcissist is finding out now, today maybe. They can't just replace you with somebody. If you were the one in that long-term relationship that took their projection, that soothed their mind, that fed their fuel, you were for them, you were there for them. You had the ability to comfort them. But now, you had the ability to comfort that beast, man, to soothe that mind. Not many people can do that for the narcissist. They don't have that. That's not easily replaceable. It's not. And so they're in big trouble. In little, in wherever they are, they're in big trouble. The average person doesn't just stick around, and they'll struggle to replace that, because the supply you gave, it was a supply of like 100 people, man. So now they're like running all around town trying to get pieces of you. Why? Because you were the supply of like 100 people. That's why they put you at the center of the fuel matrix. It's not that they even put you there. It's that you gravitated there because it was natural. It made sense to them. It made sense to everything in their construct that you were the best thing that ever came around. They have to put you in the center of the fuel matrix because that's where you belong. You belong at the center. You're the best thing they've ever seen. The problem is they don't know how to treat you and keep you. They bust you to pieces and they expect you to still stand. They disrespect you. They devalue you on a daily basis. They purge onto you, project onto you. They fling onto you, and they walk away with your source energy, and you're just sitting there like a generator. You know, like fuel just pumping right out of you, man. They got the pipes hooked up. They got the cords hooked up. They're out cheating on you. They're out running around with secondary, tertiary supply. They got that mass fully prepped. Why? Because you fueled it. You fueled them getting their secondary, their tertiary, their fourth supply, their fifth supply. Why? Because you are at the center of the fuel matrix, not some crappy supply they had before. The supplies they had before were junk. They were the one-night stands. They were some family member that they might have placed there, like their brother, you know? Because it doesn't have to be a love relationship partner all the time. It could be whoever's fueling them the best. But they are not you. They just did that because they had to. When they got you, they were happy with the center of their fuel matrix. They've never been happy with their center of their fuel matrix. But they also will, like somebody said on the last podcast, they put in their notes on the comments that, hey, they sabotage themselves, you know. And the supply you gave, man, it was genuine. They ain't going to get that. They run all over town, getting pieces of you and different people. They just don't go back, man, because you know what's going to happen is there's going to be a Christmas Hoover, okay, for some of y'all. Most of y'all, they're going to be coming around because they want that mind soothed. And so when you're supplying the supply of 100 people, the fuel of 100 people, and you make them feel safe and comfort, you know how to comfort them and take care of them and make them feel right and supply all their needs, that gives them protection. It gives them that comfort that they need, and it lets them finally relax for a moment, because they can't relax when they got to run around and get pieces of you. It's like what the narcissist does is they push us the one that's the best one, the one that took care of them the best, the person that took care of them the best, the one that was real legit, the most legit person in their life, you, me, we, you know, the center of their fuel matrix, and they push them out. They push them away. They push them away, and then they think you're easily replaceable. They treat you like trash, and they send you out. They laugh. They wipe their hands of you. They have some new supply, some secondary, tertiary supply, and they may have several pieces of supply, and they think like this new supply is going to be able to do what you did. Whatever, man. They can't do that. You've incurred their trauma time after time. And then they toss you aside, or you detach because you've had enough, because you ain't taking any more of this, and you start realizing who you are and what they've been doing to you. You've had enough, and they think in their lofty mind of theirs that they can find that again, that's easily attainable. Then they realize that they can't, because what happened is you built them up so good. When they came to you, they were all, sensitive. They were insecure. They were anxious. They were humble, right? They looked like an empath almost, okay? And you took them and you built them up for months, sometimes years, sometimes decades. And you gave them security. You gave them peace. You gave them the ability to go out there and build a whole army of supply, a harem, okay, unbeknownst to you, and flying monkeys working for them. They got a whole business going on behind your back of, supply and reporters there. I call their flying monkeys reporters, but they got a bunch of servants out there, and you fueled it, and they think they can get that again. No, the reality in their head is not the reality of true reality that we're living in. They don't. It doesn't match up, and at some point in time, they start to figure that out, because they think that. So what happens is you keep building them up, and gradually they get to a point to where they're way up here, and they pushed you down with your own fuel, with your own talents, with your own traits, and they've stole everything they can get from you. And then they start mistreating you so bad and devaluing you so bad that then they discard you. They detach from you, or you detach from them because you cannot handle any more of this. This is ridiculous. And the people out there think they're an awesome individual because you're supplying the fuel for that mask, and you are the one that fueled making it look real. See, when they're not fueled, they're going to be jolting out there and yelling at people. The mask is slipping. They don't have the fuel. They don't have the energy or the happiness. They don't have the security. Their mind's going a million miles an hour. The anxiety is coming back. The pain, the abyss that they have to deal with from making these agreements with these devils back in childhood or whoever the hell they are. We know they're satanic in nature at this point, and there's no coming back from it. But they think they're the best, right? They think they're the best, the queen of Egypt or something, and they treat people like objects, and they think that you're easily replaceable until they go out and try, because in relationships, it's not just give. It's give and take. It's reciprocation, right? It's reciprocation. And they don't have any of that. They don't have that. They're just takers. They're destroyers. And they're out for destruction. And you got to understand that, we live with, and we are about respect and consciousness. We have a conscience and a heart and happiness and joy, and they don't even attain those things. Okay. And then they mistreat you in their maladaptation. They break you down and bust you to pieces. And so they can go out there and they can go out on dating sites, they can go to dating apps. Sure. They can have flings. They can have flings all day. And that's what they can get, But the center of the fuel matrix, you? No way. They cannot get you. They can't get you on no dating app. They're not going to get you like that. Chances are they're not going to get you like that. I mean, it takes years and years to find a true center of the fuel matrix type grade A or primary supply caregiver. Okay, and then they gotta, and then if they do find someone like that, they gotta try to find a way to nail them down. They gotta try to find a way to isolate them the correct way. They gotta try to find a way to keep them, and before the mask starts to slip, they gotta trauma bond them, and then if they get somebody that actually has independence to them, they're gonna have a tough time. And as you get older, people don't do this, man. People are aware of this. People will go out, they'll see 3 or 4 major red flags from them, and they're gone. Yeah, they'll have sex with them. Yeah, they'll take them on a vacation, and give them, they've had more. Chances are the narcissist you've been with's been cheating on you, and unbeknownst to you, probably, maybe I mean, you're gonna eventually find out the truth. But they've had more loads than a washing machine. I mean, really, they've had more butts than an ashtray. Really, they're really hoes. They're man or woman, narcissists. They play games. They play off your self-esteem. They break you down. They are in a fantasy world. They drag you into that and then utterly destroy you, right? And they think that this is still their fantasy. It's not. This is reality, and it's going to hit them like a ton of bricks. They treat you like trash. So remember that when they come back for the holiday Hoover, when they do come back, just remember where they left you. But in their hearts, man, they'll realize it. They took advantage of you. They went it that we were too nice to them. We let them in our hearts, and you know what? They took their muddy shoes from out there in the field, and they wiped them all over your heart, and then they just trashed you. We took their pain, thinking that their abuse and their pain, we'd incurred it because, we thought maybe it would bring some healing to them, originally. We know that's not true now. We know it's not. So we're not doing that. Then after they beat you down to a morsel of bread, right before the discard, they start telling you, they start thinking in their heads that, you're needy and you're weak, and you're the source of their pain and their dissatisfaction. When You were fine before you met them. They drove you to this. They really, what they really need is they need to be in a loony bin. And they, you know, most people don't see this because you've been feeding them so well. But once you put them on fasting from you, people start to see how evil they truly are unless they replace that fuel matrix piece real quick. You know, it ain't you. Even if they found somebody, you know, to supply that fuel matrix, it's not going to be you. It would be some, like, it's going to be weird stuff, man. Like some old ass man or some old ass woman that can give them, they're just going to take it or something. But then that's just not what they want. It's just weird shit. You know, the one night stands, they're going to be like going out there and having sex with everybody. Drinking all the time, doing drugs, doing, you know, shopping, anything to keep their mind off of you and their mind off of the stuff that you brought to peace in their heart and their mind. You know, they lied, they cheated, they devalued you for a long time, and then, you know, they take you and they blame you and they tell you it's your fault. Pain is what you took from them. And it didn't work. You couldn't help them. You can't heal them. You can't heal a person. Let them take their own pain. Don't be their scapegoat anymore. Pain doesn't discriminate, so let them suffer in their own iniquity, and take your unique gifts, right, and go out there and walk away. Okay, and don't look back. Destroy the narcissist by being the best version of you, the best version of yourself. Okay, the narcissist will never be. They'll never be able to be accountable. They're never going to be able to look at themselves in the mirror. So even now, they're not going to be able to look at themselves right. They're not going to be able to look at themselves in the mirror, and that's why they're always running around. They're trying to avoid this. Instead, it's like rage, it's anger, it's get back, it's revenge. They don't have any accountability. So just stay quiet. Don't tell anybody your vision. Just go quiet and grind and grind and grind and grind now and shine later. Before you know it, you'll be miles from them. You will supersede them, and when you look back, and you know, you will supersede the situation, and you will be miles away from where you are today, and you will destroy them just in being your own true, authentic self, with your own footprint, with your own fingerprint, just loving the people that love you back. And feeding things that feed your flame. Okay, they were quenching it the whole time. You grew up in a family that quenched it, and that's why you never could get ahead. Now you're an awakened empath, so walk in that power. But they'll never have peace. They'll never have serenity. They'll never have security. They'll never have true love. They'll never have gratitude. And they'll never have the joy of the Lord in their hearts, because the joy of the Lord is your strength, baby. So give me a like. I always wait till the end because you guys are probably off already. You all probably turned it off by now. Anyway, give me a like, a subscription if you're still on. I love you guys, each and every one of you. Have a happy holiday. And for those of you that celebrate Christmas, have a wonderful Christmas. I'll still be posting until the end of the month, I'm just saying. Anyway, you know, stand tall, soldier up. Peace out. Love y'all. Have a grand day, y'all. Because stay strong. And let's work on ourselves day by day. Remember the machine gun. Pop, pop, pop. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And there's a sniper rifle, 4 month, 5 month, 6 month. Break that trauma bond, baby. Peace.